men enter, 1 man survives. Giuseppe Di Natale. Michael McDonald. Jeff Ford. George Randolph. Dewey Cooper. Jean-Claude Loyer. Rick Rufus. Kurt Hasley. It's every fighter's dream to test his skills on the game's biggest stage, in the lights, the sights, the sounds of Las Vegas. 8 capable men get their shot tonight on the world-famous Las Vegas Strip at the beautiful Mirage Hotel and Casino. Inside, you see the impressive brand new Mirage Event Center at the Mirage Hotel and Casino tonight, hosting the K-1 World Grand Prix USA Championships.
From the Mirage of Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, it's the 2002 K-1 World Grand Prix Las Vegas USA Championship. Let's meet our 8 combat-ready fighters. From Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, Michael McDonald. From Winnipeg, Canada, Giuseppe, the Godfather, Di Natale. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, Big George Randolph. From Kansas City, Missouri, Jeff the Big Diesel Ford. San Jose, California, Jean-Claude Loyer. From right here in Las Vegas, Dewey the Black Cobra Cooper. From Chattanooga, Tennessee, Kurt Hasley. From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's the return of Rick the Jet Rufus. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 2002 K-1 World Grand Prix Las Vegas, USA Tournament fighters from the Mirage right here in Las Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hello everybody and welcome to K-1 as this year-long and worldwide fighting tournament makes its annual stop at the Mirage Hotel in Las Vegas. I'm Lon McCarran along with Mike Sawyer, and tonight we are going to see quite a variety of fighting. We are going to see young fighters, we are going to see old fighters. The appeal of this sport has risen dramatically in the last few years, and not just with the fans, with the fighters. You've got the new guys trying to make their mark on the sport, Mike, but you've got some of the old guys like Jean-Claude Loyer and Rick Rufus coming back. Why are they still here? What's the appeal?
Well, for fighters like Rufus and Loyer and Mike McDonald, they're back year after year. Obviously, the money is a great appeal, but besides that, it's being in the spotlight. Those guys are stars. They've been stars for years. They want to stay stars. And they want to be in the Grand Prix final in December in Tokyo. Where else can you fight in front of 70,000 people?
On the other side of that coin, we've got guys like Giuseppe Di Natale and also Dewey Cooper. What's in it for them as they progress through their K-1 career?
Guys like Di Natale, Cooper, George Randolph, young guys, they want to be in the position of a Rick Rufus, a Jean-Claude Loyer. They're moving up. They're on the rise. They want to be in the position of those stars in a year or two.
Well, as I mentioned, this is tournament fighting, and our eventual champion tonight will have survived 3 grueling battles in the ring. Mike, what are some of the other ground rules for tonight?
Well, all the bouts will be 3-minute rounds. Elbows are not allowed. Knees are allowed, but you cannot pull the head into the knee. The 2 knockdown rule is in effect in all bouts except waived in the final bout. If a bout is a draw, there will be an extra round to decide the winner. And of course, all winners will advance to the next round of the K-1 tournament.
All right, we've got the stage set for you. Now sit back and enjoy the great fighting action to come. For more introductions, let's go up to our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Mirage, let's get this K-1 tournament underway. Coming to the ring at this time, to the blue corner, Michael McDonald.
Microphone checker, swinging sword lecture, closing down the sector, supreme neck protector. Better want him, kid, Mr. Messer. Woman pop, about to blow his lid from the pressure. Too hot for TV, for cheesy. Too many wanna be Harvey Easy. It's all in together, going all out together. It don't take much to please me. Still homes are never satisfied like the stone. We don't like you, see them selling crossroads. Protecting what I like, no clash with the titan. Who blast with a license to kill rap recycling. Come on, in the zone with your nigga from the group on. Decal, your lifestyle. Put your lights out. Get this shit to cracking, got you feeling with your pipes out. Time for some action. Surfing the avenue, mad at you. Where are you, the battle crew? Back when that's what.
Michael McDonald fell just short of winning this event 1 year ago. That defeat taught him to learn from his failures while still keeping an eye on the prize.
From the last tournament, I think maybe I tired myself out a little bit because I felt after the second round with the final fight with Maurice and myself that I was getting a lot more lethargic than I normally would be in, say, in a one-match, 5-round fight. So I gotta be a little bit more smarter this year. Not saying that I'm not gonna go out and fight, but just to be a little bit smart so I can keep my fuel, store some fuel, so I have a lot more in the end.
Coming to the red corner, Giuseppe Donatale.
Giuseppe Donatale is a newcomer to the K-1 arena, but he's been in the fight game plenty long enough to know that every opponent he meets can be dangerous.
The biggest thing I respect in a fighter is heart and toughness. Doesn't matter how skilled they are, but if they have heart, I respect them. If they never quit, I respect them. Doesn't matter how good they are. Fighter's nothing without heart.
Donatale has paid his dues to get this far, honing his tools and strategies to make his mark in K-1.
Okay with the knees, I'm okay with the legs, I'm okay with the hands. So I'd like mixing it up. It all depends on what my opponent's doing. That's going to dictate what I'm going to do in the ring.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is our first quarterfinal match. It's scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. K-1 rules will apply. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, John Shorley. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing gold trimmed with black and weighed in at 216 pounds. He comes to us from Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada and has a professional record of 36 victories, including 13 knockouts with 9 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the WKKC World Champion, Michael McDonald. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, gold, and white, and weighing 213 pounds. From Winnipeg, Canada, his record, 16 victories, 14 of those 16 victories by knockout with 5 defeats. He's the K-1 Milwaukee Tournament Champion, Giuseppe, the Godfather Donatale.
Okay, guys, both these trunks are good. Obey my commands at all times and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now. Come on, fine. Good luck. Relax.
We are ready to go with our opening quarterfinal match in this K-1 USA Championship from Las Vegas. Donatale on the right of your screen in the red, gold, and white trunks. Michael McDonald in those Spartacus is the best thing I can say. Spartacus shorts, gold and black. He is a true K-1 champion. Donatale still to prove himself in this game.
McDonald certainly one of the favorites here tonight in this tournament.
And that is why.
Very experienced, dangerous with either hand or foot.
And he is very focused this year too, I think, Mike. In the past, he has had his opportunities, maybe let them slip away due to some immaturity, but he is a much better fighter this year, I think, because of his focus and because of the experiences that he's had. McDonald not going to rush things. Di Natale, to his credit, he is taking his pace as well.
Di Natale looking a little tentative. McDonald controlling this round so far.
Good knee strike by Di Natale. You are able to grab the opponent at times, but you have to be careful pulling the head down. You cannot do that to a knee strike.
Some good knee strikes and a good roundhouse by Di Natale. 9 years the junior of McDonald.
Good head kick by Michael McDonald.
Very fast, right over the left hand, that roundhouse kick. Perfectly placed.
If you're new to this K-1 fight game, it's a fine line these fighters have to walk between conserving their energy and making sure they get the job done in the fight they're in. 3 times the winner will have fought tonight. Champion, and of course the runner-up, will go 3 times in the ring, potentially.
Leg kicks at McDonald are very hard. He's been tagging Di Natale on both the left and right outside thighs. Those are going to take their toll in the second, third rounds.
McDonald knows how to play the game. He knows what hurts the opponent. And he's setting the stage for that now. Di Natale hanging right in there, but he has not so far shown a lot of offense.
It's a good right hand by McDonald a minute ago as well. Di Natale shook it off, but you can see a big bruise opening up or swelling up under the left eye.
Good straight right. 2 Canadian fighters, Giuseppe Di Natale from Winnipeg and Michael McDonald, Vancouver, BC. And a predictable first round.
Can't handle pressure, okay? You can't handle pressure. Every time you pressure him and you're always busy, he's sitting back, okay? Let him walk to his left, okay? You're awesome when you're first. You're awesome when you're first. Spit this. Okay? You gotta be first, Joe, okay? You're giving him too much. You're giving him way too much. Yeah, way too much.
Well, let's take a look at some action from the first round as Di Natale gets instructions. Action from McDonald.
And McDonald with a good roundhouse kick slides up underneath the elbow. All those punches are on the arms, but the damage was done. Di Natale with his best sequence of the fight. That one's a little low, but he landed the first one up on the sternum.
Round 2, this opening quarterfinal. 8 fighters begin this event. One will stand tall as the champion at night's end.
McDonald, the more poised of the fighters in the ring. Di Natale still looks like he's feeling out. It's a little late for that. We're in round 2. McDonald seems like he's got things well in hand, but there's a lot of fighting to do still in this bout.
Well, if the judges are anything like the ones in Tokyo for these K-1 fights, they like activity. They like to see a fighter. Nice move by McDonald to stay on his feet. I think for a moment he had both feet off the canvas.
He did show a lot of flexibility there in his legs.
Anyways, I was saying McDonald has been the more active of the 2 fighters so far, definitely. He's got known respect in this ring already, and that can't hurt him as well with the judges.
Both of these fighters tremendously muscled. They look like they could be in Mr. Universe contest. Low kick by Di Natale, unintentional.
Di Natale grimacing at his failure to block that. He was rocked then by a right hand by McDonald.
Yeah, big right hand by McDonald. You notice he didn't follow up. He's very cautious here early in this tournament not to punch himself out.
Denatali with his best punch of the night.
Good round for both fighters. Still have McDonald ahead slightly. McDonald very experienced in these tournaments. He's going to conserve energy. He'll knock Denatali out or try to if he gets a clean shot. Otherwise, he's going to do enough to win by decision.
Good left roundhouse kick by Michael McDonald. Swelling under the right eye of Denatali, getting a little bigger. He's having a little trouble breathing as well. Winnipeg at a lower altitude actually here than Las Vegas. High desert here, 2,000 feet, more elevation.
Could make a difference in Denatali's breathing. McDonald, not a lot of people know, is asthmatic, although not so severely that he needs an inhaler.
Final seconds of round number 2. Denatali, as you mentioned, Mike, still feeling out. McDonald plodding away, ready and willing to score the points to win the match.
McDonald has masterfully done just enough to win each round.
Where's the Vaseline? Where's the Vaseline?
McDonald very busy the entire fight. He got better in round 2.
So he lands the right, lands the left, a kick, and then he stops. Backs off. He lets the judges give him the points, but he conserves his energy.
Speed now. Give him water.
It's Maurice Smith, I think, in the corner.
This round, worry about speed. Come on, go. All right. Look at him. Look at him. You ready? Where's the line? Let's go.
Well, Maurice maybe has some few things to learn from some of the better cornermen. Get the mouth guard ready early.
As our fans know, Maurice Smith is an 8-time world champion, a K-1 champion, and he's been a fighter for nearly 20 years. He's new being a cornerman.
All right, well, Michael McDonald wants to fight now.
He's telling Denatali, come to me, I'm doing all the work, how about you coming forward?
I think he's right. But Denatali has to be careful not to be sucked in. Don't play McDonald's game.
Well, what McDonald wants is for Denatali to come in, leave himself open, and get himself knocked out. But otherwise, you're not going to see McDonald start going crazy on Denatali. He's going to still conserve his energy.
And of course, the first quarterfinal, the fighter who wins it has a bit of advantage. They have the longest rest period of the evening before the semis.
Speaking of Maurice Smith, he's been training McDonald for this event, for this K-1, and McDonald said it's made a big difference, a lot different on his cardio training. Smith has him swimming, biking, doing intervals on the treadmill, a lot of things that Michael had not done before, and he says has really helped him with his conditioning.
Well, Maurice Smith might be a part of a K-1 title one way or another. Oh, there's the right hand. Oh,
that's what he was waiting for.
The left came across, and that really what did the damage. And I don't know if Denatali's going to be able to continue.
He shouldn't continue. He's not all there.
2 knockdown rule, as we pointed out.
They're going to let him go, but McDonald's just going to look for a one-shot knockout. He's not going to put himself out.
He's toast. John Shirley's got to let him go. That is the style of fighting we have here tonight. Give the fighter the benefit of the doubt, and that is it. To a degree.
Denatali is not answering the blows. John Shirley did the right thing stopping that fight.
Well, Giuseppe Denatali had no defense for what Michael McDonald was bringing to the table. Not happy with the decision, but he brought it on himself.
Beautiful fight by Michael McDonald all the way through. What he was waiting for is Denatali to open himself up just like that. That round was all about, hey, come to me and make a mistake.
He stopped him the first time with the gloves, and then he started going downstairs. And that's when Michael McDonald really had Denatali in trouble.
Benatali defenseless, no chance of coming forward or even defending himself backing up. John Shorley with a great call.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John Shorley has to step in and call a halt to the bout. The official time is 2 minutes even of round number 3. Advancing to the semifinals from Vancouver, Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald, your winner in the first quarterfinal of this K-1 in Las Vegas 2002. He was very methodical, picked up the points, finally wore down Benatali, and he moves through the bracket.
Coming to the blue corner, George Randall.
George Randolph is an imposing figure in the ring at 6'7". He has the build and power to destroy anyone in his way. His career, though, had the classic beginning of a champion to be.
I was a crybaby. I was that big sissy kid that all the little tough guys picked on and pushed around, and I'd run home crying, and never had the story where the dad makes you go out and beat up the bully, but they kind of babied me a little bit, so it kind of pushed a little further than it should have. But I don't know an exact point. One day I just got tired of it and started fighting back, and something clicked. Something said, hey, this is for you. I just love to fight, period. I mean, when it all boils down, and it's just you and that other guy in the ring, him or you, I can't even, I get goosebumps just talking about it, because I just love to fight. I love to get in there and bang. You know, and I'm all about the winning, but when it really comes down to it, just the fight. I love the fight.
Big George is so huge, most of his opponents expect to see his power game, but there is much more to his fighting style than meets the eye.
I've had a lot more fights, though, than most young fighters, from everything from mixed martial arts to kickboxing to boxing so I got a lot of experience in there, and I can play the strategy game, or I can play let's just stand in the middle of the ring and beat each other's face off, whatever. I can play any angle he comes at me, I got an answer for it.
Now entering to the red corner, Jeff Ford.
It's dark, now it's hot. Ain't no sunshine in this song. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when it's home. When it's home, you niggas wanna be gone.
Jeff Ford is no stranger to the ring game, but K-1 is a new experience for this well-traveled fighter. But Ford has taught himself to deal with anything his opponents can offer.
Guys are either punchers or they're kickers, okay? So in order for me to adapt to or be ready for any situation that balls, you know, then I'm going to punch when they kick when they punch, and go from there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is our second quarterfinal match. K-1 rules apply, 3 3-minute rounds. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Nelson Hamilton. Introducing first, in the blue corner, wearing black trimmed with green and weighing in at 256 pounds. He comes to us from Tulsa, Oklahoma with a record of 66 victories, including 70 knockouts with 8 losses. He is the Extreme Kickboxing World Champion, Big George Randolph. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trimmed with white letters and weighing 233 pounds. from Kansas City, Missouri, his record stands at 22 victories, including 17 knockouts with 4 losses, and he holds the USKA Ultimate and USKBA Leg Kick World titles. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff the Big Diesel Ford.
All right, gentlemen, this is a K-1 elimination match. We have 3 rounds, 3 minutes each, 1 minute in between. We allow the use of knees, but do not pull the head down. No elbows. Watch your headbutts and groin shots. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up.
More quarterfinal action now at this K-1 2002 USA Championship from the Mirage Hotel in Las Vegas. Big Diesel Jeff Ford in the red and black trunks taking on George Randolph. And it is Randolph who goes down to his knees first.
Well, that's a surprise. Didn't think Ford had it in him to take him down with basically one punch like that. Must have hit just the right spot.
We have seen George Randolph beforehand. He is susceptible to that, and he's susceptible to that in the first round. He's a big guy, but he's got to take care to stay out of harm's way.
Well, he caught most of the punches on his glove. Oh, a couple more get through.
This could be trouble. This could be the end. There is a 2 knockdown rule.
If he gets knocked down again, this fight is over. Ford has just thrown caution to the wind and has given it everything he's got.
That is it. And that will be the end of the night for George Randolph. Big Diesel Jeff Ford with a knockout in round 1.
Surprise ending. The huge George Randolph, although not a favorite to win the tournament, was certainly a favorite to win this bout. Unexpectedly, Jeff Ford is the man of the night, is going to go forward.
All right, let's take a look at the first knockdown. Everything came early.
Well, most of these punches, Randolph is catching, at least part of them on his glove, but that right hand got through high on the temple and down he went.
The second knockdown took a little more work. Jeff Ford was relentless, and finally Randolph could be hung up by the ropes no longer. And with a 2 knockdown rule, this fight is over.
This is the first knockdown again, the second knockdown. Although he didn't knock him down with a clean punch, it was a combination of blows along with still being dazed from the first knockdown that put him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Nelson Hamilton enforces the 2 knockdown rule, which applies here in K-1 rules. The winner by knockout victory, now advancing to the semifinals from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Big George Randolph. Jeff the Big Diesel Ford. And a round of applause for Big George. He's going to be fine. Let's give him a hand.
So Jeff Ford moves through to the semifinals. He will take on Michael McDonald after that impressive 2 knockdown and a knockout performance over George Randolph. Ford making it look like Randolph was hit by a Mack truck. And he is your champion in this second quarterfinal. He'll take on McDonald in the semis.
Coming to the blue corner, Jean-Claude Louier.
Jean-Claude Loyer has always been one of the most feared kickboxers in the ring, but K-1 has been his Achilles heel. The defeats have been painful, but have also made this fighter much smarter.
Well, one, don't take anything for granted and try to go forward as far as completing what you finish. If you're attacking, keep on the attack, stay on them, take them out as quick as possible. Don't wait for a decision. Don't think, okay, this guy's gonna kind of try to point around. Just deal with that, beat them on points, and fine. Because you never know what the judges are gonna say.
And now entering to the blue corner, pardon me, to the red corner, Dewey Cooper.
Got me sitting on the roof, I trained on scope, less than 100 proof. Hand on toes, about to vote. Some kids who flash like they assassins. Pick up my dough and BK, this honey passion. Got the spot on lock.
Dewey Cooper has displayed his talents to K-1 crowds for a long time now, but always on the undercard. His auditions pay off tonight with his K-1 debut against Jean-Claude Loyer.
I gotta be smart with Jean-Claude. He was the guy I probably wanted to fight the least because of that style. He's gonna try to fight me at a long range and destroy my lower body. But I just gotta use my God-given attributes, feint him, use speed, and catch him once he throws that kick, catch him with some vicious combinations, and I think I'm gonna do that. I got the whole arsenal: knees, kicks, punches, headbutts, elbows, whatever I gotta do. Jean-Claude, I love you, but I gotta beat him. Simple as that. You're gonna see a lot of hand combinations from me on the inside from him, against him, because I feel that's his weakest, side, his defense on the inside, when it comes to stopping hands. But you may see a flying knee, you may see an axe kick to the head. There's no telling what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let my soul, exude through my pores and do whatever it does. My goal is to beat him, go on, beat the next guy, go on, beat the next guy, win the tournament. That's my goal.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mirage here in Las Vegas, we go to our third K-1 tournament quarterfinal match, 3 3-minute rounds. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Cecil Peoples. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black and weighing in at 233 pounds. He comes to us from San Jose, California, with a record of 41 victories, 38 KOs to his credit, with 9 losses and 1 draw. He's a 4-time world champion, Jean-Claude Loyer. And his opponent across the ring in the red corner, wearing white and weighing in at 203 pounds, from right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. His record stands at 23 victories, including 10 knockouts with 4 losses. He is a new K-1 World Grand Prix contender, Dewey the Black Cobra Cooper.
One thing, obey my commands at all times. We've gone over the other rules. Any questions? Let's dance.
This one could be interesting. Quarterfinal action in the 2002 K-1 Grand Prix USA Championship. Jean-Claude Loyer, very familiar face in our kickboxing coverage in the black trunks, and Dewey Cooper with the white. I'm not sure what you call it, Mike. It's a skirt. It's a skirt. I'm going to call it a skirt.
Well, I think that's the only thing you can't call it. It's the Dewey Cooper skirt, and we've got the Dewey Cooper hairdo going.
Well, Loyer is going to bring the kick.
And
Cooper knows all about it.
And nobody leg kicks like Jean-Claude Loyer. He's got tree trunks for thighs. He can break your leg in half. Dewey Cooper's going to have to watch out for it.
Dewey has a good punch. You see it there. Jean-Claude susceptible to a good punch. This could be a match made for Cooper in his K-1 debut.
Well, we've seen Jean-Claude Loyer we've seen him for 8 years now, fighting for world titles, fighting in the super heavyweight, heavyweight. It's always the same story. Slow start, looks like he's getting beat. He comes back, knocks out his opponent with tremendous leg kicks and right hands. Tonight, he says it's going to be a different story. He's going to come out aggressively.
I want to see it. I think Jean-Claude has potential to work into, and I would love to see it happen.
Of course, so far he hasn't done it. It's been Dewey Cooper. Dewey's been the aggressor.
Dewey is able to get inside right now on Loyer. Now he just has to solve the other half of the equation and stay out of the way of the kicks.
Well, we might add, Dewey Cooper's seen Loyer fight for years too, and he knows if he can get in there early with some big punches, he has a chance of knocking Loyer out. But he's got to watch out for those kicks.
I mean, we've been talking like Jean-Claude is washed up. He is actually, that was a nice counter. See some people say, watch out for the elbow. But Jean-Claude has actually announced his retirement a time or two, but come back. No surprise in the fight game. You have to wonder if he's mentally focused enough for this type of event. So once again, Jean-Claude maybe on his last night of fighting.
He keeps saying he's going to retire, and he says that this will be his last event. Oh, big left hand by Cooper.
Jean-Claude walked away from it.
But Jean-Claude is a great fighter, and he can come back from almost anything, even punches like that. In fact, it seems to wake him up once he gets in trouble.
So far, through the first round, Dewey Cooper has been able to stay away from those very devastating leg kicks from Jean-Claude Loyer, but the best attack of round one was the punch to Loyer by Dewey Cooper.
Yes or no? Then do it.
Javier Mendez giving him what for?
Let him get off. Corner him and let your hands go. Okay? You're focusing too much on the kick. You need to let the hands and the kick. Okay? It's not kick.
This hurt Loyer.
Yeah, this is the right and then the left by Dewey Cooper. Now that is classic Loyer. Take a couple punches in the first round and get woken up and then start coming back. Cooper very smart. He waits until Loyer finishes his attack, comes back with a counter.
Dewey Cooper is fast enough and maybe a bit of a different style that Loyer is used to facing in K-1. He's used to facing bigger men who can't move like Dewey Cooper.
Well, Dewey Cooper is faster than most men that Loyer has fought. We might add that he is 30 pounds lighter than Loyer.
That kick got to Cooper.
The punches Loyer took from Cooper in the first round, had they been from someone 30 pounds heavier, who knows what would have happened.
Well, you see now Cooper starting to retreat a little bit, and it's because of those kicks of Loyer. Good counter again by Dewey Cooper. He waited for Loyer to turn around, face him, and then attack.
Cooper fighting a very smart fight to this point.
Yeah, but he can go down. Loyer is capable of putting Dewey Cooper away with one attack.
We've seen Loyer knock out 290-pounders with leg kicks and right hands.
Just like that. Three times that leg kick has gotten to Cooper, and Dewey feels it.
Cooper with a leg kick of his own. Oh, but he takes another one from Loyer, and he's limping.
And Loyer can smell victory. This early, I think, in the fight, he sees a pattern that he has seen time and time again.
Cooper thought that being a southpaw might help him because his left leg is back, but Loyer continually gets to it.
Slip. It was very wet over there before. Jean-Claude slipped early in the round, right in that exact spot. Loyer is more confident. Loyer is looking into the eyes of Dewey Cooper and seeing doubt for the first time in this fight.
Loyer takes the punches, counters with the kicks to the legs. How long can Cooper take those leg kicks?
Stop! Step back! Step back!
Now what I'm not quite sure of is, Mike, that Dewey Cooper shying away from those kicks, and rightly so, but is it because he doesn't want to get hurt or because he is hurt?
He's got to be feeling those leg kicks.
Oh! Loyer's hurt!
Being warned not to pull the head to the knee. I think Cooper needs to stay on the attack. I don't think he can last 3 rounds with those leg kicks of Loyer.
Loyer hurt again.
Stop! Stop! Step back! Turn around!
10 seconds.
Loyer looks dazed. His face is red. Both fighters battling inside with knee strikes and punches.
Another good left hand eaten by Loyer. And I got to give that round again to Dewey Cooper. It was a better round for Jean-Claude, but Dewey Cooper overall was better.
You're winning this fight. All you got to do is stay away from this round and just pick shot him. All he's trying to do is jab and kick, okay? So be ready to block. Wake up. You ain't got nothing. Here, hold this water. Take a drink. Give him water. Give him
Jean-Claude
water.
Loyer found his game here in round 2 with the leg kicks.
Well, perfectly timed, and if he couldn't get to the left leg, then I'll just go for the right. Caught him on the inside, took it right out from under him. There again, that one didn't take him down, but had the same effect. You see how stiff-legged Cooper is after that kick. Trying to move away, trying to jam the right leg kicks of Loyer. This is where Cooper is at his best, countering the leg kicks, getting inside, crowding Loyer where he can't leg kick.
Ready now for the 3rd and final round. Jean-Claude Loyer in the all-black trunks on the left of your screen. And Dewey Cooper in his K-1 debut in the white on the right of your screen.
You'd have thought this was the K-1 final, the way these two guys are going at it.
Hey, it might be. It might be for Jean-Claude.
It's anybody's fight right now. Loyer having trouble getting to that left leg of Cooper, so he's going to the inside of the right leg.
That's the lead leg. Dewey Cooper showing him southpaw. So he'll take the lead leg.
Those kicks are having a cumulative effect. You can see Cooper moving around. He doesn't want to get hit in the legs anymore, but this is the 3rd round. Loyer doesn't have much time.
Even if Cooper does survive, and by no means does he have this fight wrapped up, you wonder how effective he would be in the 2nd battle after what he's gone through here in the leg kicks.
Stop! 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 Step back! Step back! Step back clean! Come on! Let's go! Come on! Come on! Come on! We'll fight! Do it! Go fight!
Loyer certainly the better leg kicker in this fight. Cooper has completely abandoned his own leg kicks. Just going for punches now. Loyer just the opposite.
Slip, another slip in that same spot.
Loyer not seriously trying to punch with Cooper, but just going for leg kicks.
Yeah, points. More points for Dewey Cooper in the knee strike.
Cooper's got nothing to lose. He needs to stay inside.
Mike, I think the winner of this round wins the fight.
Loyer's looking out into the audience. What is he doing?
Dewey Cooper all over Jean-Claude Loyer.
This is the fight right here. Cooper's either going to take him down or Loyer's going to beat up his legs. Loyer a little slow. He can't seem to get to him, but Cooper's nearly exhausted. He's punched himself out.
Stop! Come on, no hole in the head. Let's go now.
No knockdown. Do they call that a knockdown? knockdown, they do!
Cecil Peoples is calling that a knockdown. I didn't see the punch, but it may have been there.
Cooper was actually blocking the action, and that is a huge turn of events here in round number 3.
That may very well swing the vote if it goes to decision over to Cooper's side.
We had Dewey Cooper to our back right at that moment. We'll take a look in replay and see that activity, but he must have thrown a punch.
Oh, 2 big left hands by Cooper. Loyer staggered again.
10 seconds left in this battle. The best we've seen in a long time of K-1 action. Dewey Cooper finishing strong. Jean-Claude Loyer, maybe a career gone by.
What a fight. Tremendous quarterfinal fight in this K-1 tournament. Dewey Cooper, the local favorite, may just have secured himself an advance into the semifinal round. What courage by both fighters.
You know, let's take a look at the knockdown and see how it happened. Jean-Claude went in for the kick.
Oh, short left hand by Cooper.
I'm not sure just that blow alone would have put JC down.
No, I think it was the fact he was balanced on the left leg that did it. So that punch there is much harder, and he did not go down. Loyer can take a good punch. And again, Cooper is only 203 pounds. He's small for the size of the fighters in this tournament.
You know, the flashier fighter definitely was Dewey Cooper. He landed a lot of punches to the head. He hurt Jean-Claude here and there, but never seriously, I don't think. But Jean-Claude came with what he comes with best in the leg kicks, and he landed a number of them, and the judges saw every one. This, I think, is going to be a very close decision.
It's not another sparring match. Okay? We win this. We won this. It's no problem. This is done. Hands off the rope. Stand up. Walk around this ring. Walk around this ring.
Head up, baby. Head up. Smile.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Mirage, we go to the K-1 scorecards. Dick Houck scores the contest 30-26. Jeff Mullen has it 30-26 and a half. Nelson Hamilton scores it 29 and a half to 27, all for the winner by unanimous decision. Now advancing from Las Vegas, Nevada, Dewey, the Black Cobra Cooper.
I thought it was closer than that. The judges saw very active Dewey Cooper and gave him a unanimous and resounding victory over Jean-Claude Loyer, and maybe a swan song for the San Jose fighter.
And now making his entrance to the blue corner, Kurt Hasley.
Kurt Hasley is the new kid on the block with a tall task of facing Rick Rufus. Hasley knows the odds are long, but relishes the opportunity to challenge one of the biggest names in the sport.
First of all, it's just an honor to fight somebody like that, and that in itself has motivated me to get ready. And, I haven't known that I was going to fight him for too long, but since that time that I got the call, it's really pumped me up to get ready. And I know I'm the underdog, but that's what Las Vegas is all about.
Some people equate unknown with untalented. Hasley likes it that way and insists he's got him right where he wants him.
I hope everybody's looking past me, because I know the talk, I've heard it, and nobody expects me to win, and I feel like I'm right in the spot where I should be, the best spot I can be to surprise some people, and that's my plan. You do have to know what you're up against, but in the last month or so, I've trained for about 4 different fighters. It wasn't certain that I was in the tournament, so I've already trained for diverse styles, and I think, like I said, with my background with the different professionals that I work with, that I'm ready for anybody.
Coming into the red corner, Rick Rufus.
Rick Rufus makes his highly anticipated return to the ring tonight. This martial arts legend has been in secluded training with Master Toddy, sharpening his skills and awakening his alter ego.
From that time, I step foot in this arena for those next 3 hours, another animal comes within, and then my job is done. I put in 6 weeks, and I passed the exam. Now it's the final exam. Now let's see where all this has paid off in training. And, come Friday, it's D-Day. I fight very methodically, very smart, very intelligent. Defensive meaning I'm not gonna go out there and start blasting kicks right away and get hurt. Defense meaning I'm gonna pick my shots, and if I see the opening, it's like a guy pulling the gun on the trigger. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I've had success at. So if I see the opening, of course I'm gonna take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Mirage of Las Vegas, we go to our last K-1 tournament quarterfinal match. 3 3-minute rounds. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, John Shorley. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black and weighing in at 236 pounds. He comes to us from Chattanooga, Tennessee, with a record of 9 victories, all 9 by knockout. Against 3 losses, ladies and gentlemen, he is the KO artist, Kurt Hasley. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white, trimmed with red and blue, and weighing in at 214 pounds. From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, his record stands at 55 victories, including 38 KOs against only 5 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the return of the 6-time world champion, Rick the Jet Rufus.
Mouthpiece on me. Okay, guys, I expect a good, clean fight out of both of you. Obey my commands at all times and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now. Come on, fight the ball. Good luck. God bless.
Our 4th and final quarterfinal in this 2002 K-1 Grand Prix USA Championships. Rick the Jet Rufus back in the ring after almost 2-year hiatus in the white trunks, and he's taking on Curtis Hasley. Hasley in trouble in the corner already.
Well, no surprise, Rick the Jet is perhaps the most successful kickboxer of all time in different disciplines. Won the ISKA full contact title, and he won low kick titles. He's got it all. He's the complete machine. Can knock you out with either hand or foot.
We were determined to have a Rufus on this card, and it was actually Duke Rufus who was supposed to be at K-1, injured himself. Rick Rufus was going to fight in a super fight at KISS K-1, and he stepped in, filled in for his brother. And he looks good. The fans are excited to have him here.
Kurt Hasley, a lot of courage, and he needs it in there with Rick the Jet. Hasley, quite an interesting young man himself. Former defensive lineman for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Became a fighter as a hobby to begin with. After he lost his family in a car crash 2 years ago, decided he would focus on it as a professional career, help ease the anguish in his life. He's been very successful. All of his wins have been by knockout.
Left hand of Rufus really hitting its mark. But Hasley, a tough man to put away. I think maybe Rick thought that the work he had done so far would be good enough. But no, he's got to continue on.
Both men 34 years old. Hasley starting his career a little late. Rufus, since he was 18, has been in the kickboxing ring.
Training since 4, though, with his father.
Used to watch him as a junior in karate tournaments.
The Jet is slowed down just a little bit. Tested the waters early with flurries, with punches, with kicks. Maybe rethinking the knockout strategy he came with, thinking better to get out on points and remain unhurt.
Well, all of these fighters are good fighters, although Hasley doesn't have the record and experience of Rufus. He's a dangerous fighter. Rufus is too experienced to get careless. He also knows he's going to need his strength for the later rounds if he wins this bout. So he'd prefer to win by knockout, but if it's going to be a decision, he'll take it.
Oh, big left again, right at the bell.
And Haslin says, but that didn't hurt.
Trash talk.
Is that all you got?
A little Reggie Miller action there on the canvas.
Settle down. How do you feel?
Look at me. Early action, round 1. Hello, I'm Rick Rufus.
Rufus, the classic roundhouse kick, jump in left hand. And it looks like just a little short left, but believe me, there's a lot of power behind that punch. Leg kick, left hand by Rufus, follows with the right. You see him stepping back, he's focused, his eyes are watching the opponent. True professional. Right here at the end of the round, big looping left hand. If it hadn't hit so high on the head, it would have done a lot more damage. Hasley says, yeah, well, that didn't hurt.
Oh.
Rufus says, well, I'll give you another one then.
Round 2 scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in this K-1 USA Championship.
Now that one was not high on the head, but Hasley weathered it and took another one. Rufus has many knockouts with kicks. Actually prefers to win with kick knockouts if he can do them.
His legs, they have a life of their own once they're in the air. They can change direction 3 and 4 times. Hasley is not afraid of this legend of martial arts. That one thing is clear. Both fighters trying to work through the defense. Now Hasley beginning to cover up a little bit. Oh, a knee strike might have caught the chin of Rufus.
Hasley has taken a lot of punishment, but doesn't seem to be affecting him, or at least he's certainly not backing up and doesn't seem to be slowing down either. Still coming forward.
been a long round for Kurt Hasley.
Rufus weathers those leg kicks, just shakes them off.
It's tough to know how to train for an event like this unless you've been through an event like this.
John Shorley says, let's go, guys. Let's keep the fight going. Oh, big left hand by Rufus.
Hasley stands up to it. A very interesting battle so far between Rick the Jet Rufus and Kurt Hasley. Hasley taking an unusual position between rounds. We are glad to be joined by the man who should have been in the ring right here, Duke Rufus. Duke,
hey guys,
as
how
we
you doing?
take a look at action from second round, your reaction to your brother's performance?
Beautiful place, left hand. I think I've been watching the first 2 rounds. He's trying to just pick his shots. He's a big guy and he wants to make sure that he doesn't get banged up for his next fight.
Well, take a look at the camera. People want to see how pretty you are over here, even though you've been training. Tell me, what's your situation right now?
My ankle's hurt. We're going to see a specialist on Tuesday. Hopefully, I can come back in the next K-1 event. My body is not cooperating with my mind and spirit this one.
It happens that way when you get a little older. You know, I'll tell you about that later. I know all about that.
You still wish you were in there in your brother's place, don't you?
I do, but I'm here supporting my brother. He looks great tonight.
He is thrilling this crowd. Just the walk-in sent shivers through everybody here at this event center at the Mirage.
Rufus Brothers, a legend for many years in the Milwaukee area. Father Pat founded a large chain of studios there.
Have you been able to see anything in his performance so far that tells you he's on or he's off?
I think he's fighting awesome. He's really strong. He's picking his shots cleanly. He's just picking Hasley apart. I saw Hasley take second in the Milwaukee qualifier of the K-1, and he's a tough customer. I think Rick's taking the right moves with him and picking his shots. Beautiful low kick.
Now, is Rick trying to knock him out, looking for a knockout, or you think he's just trying to get through to a decision?
Rick is trying to get some rounds in. As we all know, Rick was an ISK champion, and he's used to going 12 rounds, so I think Rick wants to get his rounds in. Rick's going to be more dangerous the more rounds he puts in.
Interesting tactic, and that quite unusual for K-1 fighters.
Most of them want to try to get the fights over quick so they don't expend any energy. Rick is trying to get warmed up, you're saying?
Absolutely. I see Rick getting more comfortable by the round. Nice low kick there again. Real slick. Nice one again.
Well, it's been almost, has it been almost 2 years since he's been in a competitive ring?
Yeah, well, he's been pro boxing. He had a great career going to pro boxing, but K-1 always brings all of us back, as you know. Brought Duke back, brought Rick back. K-1, it brings everyone back. Hasley's a great fighter, but he needs to fake a little bit more and set up. Rick's letting that left hand go.
Rick, stop!
Can you see Hasley being a dangerous fighter down the road when he gets more fights under his belt?
Oh yeah, the guy has a heck of a heart. I've seen in the Milwaukee tournament, he fought all the way to the end. He lost to the eventual winner, Giuseppe Donatali. He just needs a little more experience.
Pardon me, but I think your brother just bounced off Hasley on that kick right there.
Yeah, he's one big chunk of meat. Tough fighter. He's under the great famous Joe Louis too, so he comes from a great lineage of instruction.
That has been your brother's best weapon tonight. He's great kicks, but those left overhands have been really tremendous.
Well, if Rick wins this fight, I'm looking forward to the fight with Dewey Cooper, because I think Dewey Cooper's just too small to deal with Rick, and as well, Rick's going to pick the speed up a little more.
Well, Rick tonight is at a looks like a pretty muscled 214 pounds.
Nice back kick there. Just missed.
He's dancing out there.
Does he feel more comfortable a little lighter, or you think this is his best weight?
I think right now he trained really hard. We were training here together
very evasive for a big man.
Yeah, nice move from Hasley too. He's putting on some French pastries in the Magic Kingdom tonight.
All right, well that is the end of a very entertaining battle between Rick the Jet Rufus and Kurt Hasley. It was kind of an unknown coming out of both corners, wondering how the Jet's going to perform. wondering how Hasley, new to K1s, can perform, but it was very entertaining the whole way, all 9 minutes.
Well, as you know, K1's the best fighter. It always brings out the best in everyone. Hasley was a newcomer to the fans here in Las Vegas, but up in Milwaukee, the guy put on a heck of a performance.
Did he lay down between rounds like that in Milwaukee?
No, it's a new technique.
This is from the last round. This is
Evades
Rick with
that
the spinning
kick,
back.
just missed.
Yeah, and then he brings a right hand around after the left spinning back fist. Does he do that to you in practice?
Yeah, actually, I was hoping to put some of his tricks into the trade. You know, I've had a lot of Muay Thai. I was picking up my boxing and all my martial arts skills.
Nice
Good
axe
axe kick,
kick,
but
yeah.
he got the leg grab there. As you know, Rick can do a lot of different things. That's why he's fun to watch.
Well, he showed most of his skills one way or another, and those 3 rounds are ready for the
Ladies and
decision.
gentlemen, from the Mirage, we go to the K1 scorecards. This is how the judges see the contest. Dave Moretti scores it 30 to 27.5. Glenn Drawbridge has it 29.5 to 28.5. Al Whitaker scores it 30 to 27, all for the winner by unanimous decision, Rick the Jet Rufus.
A good win for the Jet, and his brother says he is just getting warmed up. He will take on Dewey Cooper in the second semifinal of this K1 USA Championships at the Mirage Hotel. Our thanks to Duke Rufus. You come back when he fights
How about
again.
that for the game effort from
Back
the young
with a
man
semifinal
from
from Vegas. After this.
It's dark and hell is hot. Ain't no sunshine when it's on. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when it's on. 'Cause when it's on, you niggas need to be gone every time. 'Cause we
Coming to the blue corner, semi-final contestant Jeff Ford.
Thinking it's alright, and you gon' know tonight. You're getting tossed in your grave. Preacher said you was brave. Went up to Lenny, and I gave it to you. Ain't no saving you, no matter how.
In one of the quarterfinals, it was Jeff Ford taking on George Randolph. 2 knockdowns of Big George in the first round. The second one coming at 1 minute 7 seconds of the first. Jeff Ford, the quickest win of the night.
Microphone checker, swinging sword lecture, closing down the sector, supreme neck protector. Better want him, kid, Mr. Messer.
To the red corner, Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald worked his way into the semifinal with a ready, steady go performance against Giuseppe Di Natale. Good first round, good second round, and then finally the TKO in round 3. Referee John Shorley stopped it with 2 minutes to go. McDonald, your quarterfinal winner.
Hi, Michael.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Mirage in Las Vegas, we go to our K-1 Las Vegas tournament semi-final match, 3 3-minute rounds. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Cecil Peoples. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, weighing 233, from Kansas City, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Jeff the Big Diesel Ford. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing gold trimmed with black, weighing 216 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Michael McDonald.
All right, gentlemen, second go round. Rules still apply from the first go round. Keep your hands up, protect yourself at all times. Don't hit a fallen fighter. In case of a knockdown, go to the corner, I'll point you to. Any questions here? Any questions here? Let's dance.
Semi-final number 1 at the K-1 Grand Prix USA Champion here at the new Mirage Hotel Event Center. Michael McDonald, the gold and black trunks. We know what he can do over the years. Jeff Ford in the red and black trunks. He hasn't fought too long so far in this event. We know he can knock somebody out. What can he do to McDonald? Took out Dinatali real quick, Big Ford, in the quarterfinals.
Well, he came out with a strong front kick, and he's being the aggressor here in the first round, letting McDonald know.
Wide open was Ford. Now he's covering up.
Ford is hurt. That right hand by McDonald dazed him.
McDonald's got a taste of victory, I think, already.
McDonald is a very skilled fighter. Ford is in some trouble early here.
Oh, yeah, 3 hard punches. 3 for 3 is McDonald here in this sequence. Still batting 1,000.
Ford has not recovered from that first punch.
Good kick from Ford.
He's trying to make a fight of it, trying to get his focus back. He's doing okay. He just can't get hit again. He's got to weather out this round without taking another hard shot.
Step back clean.
Cecil Peoples, your referee in this semifinal.
Go hold it. Right back. Step back clean. Fight.
McDonald fighting like he knows there's going to be an opening. He's going to be patient and take full advantage when it happens. Ford also has settled down a bit after a quick start that really got him nowhere against McDonald.
Well, with Ford, it was worse and didn't get him anywhere. Actually, he ended up taking a couple of hard punches and is much more cautious now. Question is why McDonald is not more aggressive. Apparently, he's not sure that he could knock Ford out in this round. Doesn't want to put too much energy into it.
That hurt. A leg kick to the ribs of Ford. Landed flush on the left side of the body.
Good left hook.
Ford in trouble. Ford in trouble.
Oh, that's it.
Watch the bell. The bell's going to beat the count.
Round is
They're going to
over.
check him. They're going to check him. They're going to let him go, and there it is. That happened right at the end of round number 1, and the mouthpiece just tumbles out of Jeff Ford's mouth, and he was hurt big time.
Well, that's what Ford did not need. He needed to get through the rest of that round without taking another hard shot.
Final seconds of that first round.
It's just the left and then the roundhouse kick on the side of the jaw that did the damage. It's just amazing that Ford even got back on his feet. That's about as hard a left roundhouse kick as he could have got hit with. And McDonald can hit awfully hard for a guy that's only 216 pounds. I am amazed that he is on his feet right now.
Round 2, look for McDonald to come out and end it.
This could be ugly unless Ford has recovered somewhat. He could get hit hard. Another bad shot. McDonald doesn't waste anything. Good right roundhouse to the ribs. Ford giving it his best 1-2. Off target though.
McDonald knows that when Ford attacks, he opens himself up for a counter. He might allow him, might possum just a little bit, bring Ford in, opening him up. That was a kick that jarred McDonald, didn't hurt.
Good leg kick by McDonald, finishing off that combination. But really, McDonald's waiting for Ford's head to open up again. He's going back upstairs when he sees an opening.
See how high the hands are on Jeff Ford right now.
Right, no swinging.
He is still in recovery mode. One of the best ways to drop the hands is to kick low.
McDonald's been doing that. Ford hasn't really fell for it. It's more he drops his hands when he throws his own kicks and when he's throwing combinations. He doesn't get one hand back quick enough, and that's what McDonald's been capitalizing on. Oh, good leg kick.
Oh, that hurt.
McDonald.
Good left from McDonald. Oh, he twisted his ankle. Ford just twisted his own ankle.
His ankle or his knee, one or the other.
Now he was taking a step back and he just caught his leg underneath him and I saw it roll. And the ankle's so heavily taped, you're right, Mike, it might be that the knee.
He is in a lot of pain.
Watch the left ankle of Ford as he just kind of dances back, catches it and rolls it right there. Ah.
Yes. It's his ankle or his knee.
Now they said he's done. I overheard in the corner, they're saying he's done. He says no. Another look at it. You see him bounce once, and right there he rolled the ankle.
Oh, yes, it was his ankle. He may have broken his foot even the way that looked.
Now he's up and walking. Cecil Peoples calling time right away. And, if they can't see much damage, I guess, and if he can walk on it, do they have a choice? I mean, sure they can call him out.
Unless the doctor stops it, he's got until the start of the next round to be ready to go.
Here you go.
Oh, this round's not over yet. 1 minute left in this second round.
That's right. There is more time left. Cecil Peoples.
They're going to call it.
Fight.
That's it. All right, at 2 minutes of the second round, Jeff Ford cannot continue because of an injury to his leg. And so Michael McDonald is our first finalist in this K-1 2002 Grand Prix USA Championship. He was doing all the right things to win it. He just was not able to finish it off himself. And a very disappointed corner. Jeff Ford and his whole team listening to the medical official in charge here at the Mirage.
good fight.
Go on to the next round. You willing and able to go on to the next round? I have to ask you that.
We're willing to go. Is he ready to go?
Hang on, you ready to go? Really bad.
I'm gonna twist his jaw.
As soon as we get back there, we're gonna wrap it with icing.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring, I'm sure you all noticed that Jim Ford sustained a severe sprained ankle. He was unable to continue. He was offered the chance to do so. He was unable to continue and informed referee Cecil Peoples, who calls a halt to the contest. The winner at 2 minutes exactly at round number 2. He will now advance to the final. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Michael McDonald.
So McDonald is your winner. It looked like he was headed that way one way or another, and he saved himself 4 minutes of fighting to work his way into the final.
He wanted to go on, but just
Jeff Ford, a very game fighter, but it is Michael McDonald going into the final matchup in this K-1 Grand Prix USA Championship.
Now coming to the blue corner, Rick Rufus.
In his quarterfinal matchup, Rick Rufus threw everything he had at a very game. Kurt Hasley could not put him away until, well, he needed all 9 minutes. Methodically got the points, earned his way into the semifinal.
All I'm underworld, Black Rob, watch the whole thing unfold. From 100th Street to 200th Street.
Entering to the red corner, Dewey Cooper.
Dewey Cooper's quarterfinal matchup with Jean-Claude Loyer was in doubt until the final seconds. A very active battle. Each fighter throwing their best tools at the opponent. The kicks of Loyer taking their toll. Dewey Cooper, the quicker of the two fighters, landing punch after punch to the head of Jean-Claude Loyer, able to put him down one time in the third round. And in the end, it was Dewey Cooper with a unanimous decision and into the semis.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Mirage, this is our second semi-final match K-1 rules apply. 3 3-minute rounds. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Dr. Nelson Hamilton. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, white, and blue from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, he is Rick the Jet Rufus. And across the ring in the red corner, wearing the white, weighing 203 pounds from right here in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, Dewey, the Black Cobra Cooper. Referee Nelson Hamilton bringing the fighters to ring center.
All right, gentlemen, I'm telling you, this is going to be for the whole wall of wax. So let's get it together, keep it under control, all right? Listen for my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up. All right.
Ain't nothing but that. Forget about what you just did. Be young. Poker face. Don't let that shit off, okay? Don't let it start working.
Semi-final number 2, Rick Rufus on the left, Dewey Cooper in the white skirt, and we are joined once again by Duke Rufus.
Hey guys, what's going on?
A few fireworks going already, huh?
I think all Dewey did was light a fire on Rick.
I was watching that and I was thinking of how many times we've seen Rick Rufus get on somebody.
Robinson.
Yeah, when he gets fired up, whoever did it usually wishes they hadn't.
I think it's going to be interesting. Dewey, he's taking those low kicks. He's busted up from the last fight. When Rick starts going upstairs, I think he's going to be able to stop him.
Well, Dewey is fast. He packs a pretty good punch, but he's not as sophisticated as Rick is with his hand techniques.
Well, right now he's fighting scared.
Yeah, absolutely. Dewey Cooper can find no exit. Dewey Cooper.
He knows he's in the ring with a skilled champion. You can tell, and he's backing off.
What a gap between these two. Dewey Cooper in his first K-1 event. Rick Rufus, 6-time world champion. This could be very entertaining.
Well, they went nose to nose and chattered away at the instructions. Looked like they wanted to fight before the bell rang.
That could have ended it right there.
Actually, I know that Rick doesn't like the type of fighter that Dewey is, a big talker. I like walkers, not talkers myself. If you're going to talk the talk, come to walk the walk.
And Rufus goes down on a very slippery part of the ring that has given all the fighters trouble. No knockdown, no knockdown.
Duke, if you were Dewey Cooper right now, what would be the best strategy to work against your brother?
I would get going forward. I see he's already saying he's hurt. I fought Dewey in 1999, and he doesn't like the low kicks. I beat him on points, and then experience. When he fought Don Wilson, it was just too much. Dewey better get out of that corner. He's going to be kissing the canvas.
He's got no legs. Dewey Cooper has no legs.
He can hardly stand on that left leg.
He's trying to dance it off, but your brother knows that limp. He's very familiar with it. He's got to go after it.
I think that Rick is going to go upstairs real soon. That's where he's going to drop him. There he goes. He got him again.
You see this as being a knockout then? You don't see this going a distance,
Once he gets his range, Dewey's jumping all over the place. Dewey's a great fighter, but he's getting psyched out right now. I think he broke his concentration before the fight, talking too much trash, and just should have focused on his game plan. Beautiful sweeping kick.
Good sweep by Rick right at the end of round number 1. And a very thrilling 3 minutes it was. Dewey Cooper hobbling back to his corner, feeling the effects not only of Rick Rufus, but of Jean-Claude Loyer.
Well, I tell you, look at you can see the quit on his face.
I'm gonna keep fighting though. I know stopping this. I'm gonna keep fighting. Fuck that. Dewey, can you walk on your knee? Yeah, we're good. We're good. I gotta keep going. I gotta fucking keep going. Come on, man. Sorry. Come on. He can't even believe the referee saying shit. Watch your knees. Okay.
I think it's just the leg kicks are taking a toll. That's how I beat him. That's how Jean-Claude beat him up. I think Dewey.
That comes also, maybe his inexperience at K-1, but his weight also. He doesn't have that weight to take that.
I don't think that. I just think he really lost his concentration. It's very important in these tournaments to stay focused and keep your game plan.
Well, he's not a quitter, but the question is whether he can physically make it through another round.
Dewey's a great fighter, a good up-and-coming American fighter, but concentration's the key. Rick sees the blood on the water. He's like a shark right now. Yeah. Good low kick, as you can see. Good high kick. Rick's really improved on his all-around K-1 fighting skills.
Well, you got to give Dewey credit too. He is taking to heart the directive of K-1 and all the fighters in K-1. Give it everything you have. That's really all they ask.
Well, I think Dewey had a great fight against the legendary Don Wilson, and he's got the experience. I think he's done right here.
Yeah,
he's starting to limp badly all over the ring.
Referee Nelson Hamilton will let him go much better. Go much longer.
Can't put a lot of weight on that right leg.
What just happened to Rick there?
He just slipped on the letter there, but Dewey's not even going for the win. I think he's going for the survival here.
I think you're right. I'm not sure Dewey believes he can hurt Rick, even if he could stand and punch with him. Oh, big punches by Rick Rufus.
Absolutely. Again, Dewey's a good fighter, but he needs to get a game plan going. You got to know when you're losing, you got to turn it on. You got to go for it. Dewey's got to go for it if he's going to make a fight of this. Rick is just picking his shots nice and easy, and letting Dewey make the mistakes. Dewey keeps moving right into Rick's left leg, which is wrong. He should be moving the other way, and he should be trying to attack. He's giving Rick room to kick him. Beautiful block. That hurt Dewey real bad there.
Rick snapping that round kick up to the face, but this
strong block from Rick. That goes to show you how much Rick's improved on his blocking. Dewey's kicking and falling down. That's how hard he's blocking.
And Dewey says, yes, I want to keep going. I want to keep going.
Trying to run it off, trying to work his way through round number 2 is Dewey Cooper.
It's interesting. If I were Dewey's coach, I would stop the fight, live the fight another day. The reason being, it's a stupid. He's going to get hit with a big shot here, I believe. Or he's going to get some permanent leg damage. If your fighter can't protect himself, get him out of the ring. He's not even focused on attacking anymore. This mat is really slippery.
Very
tonight.
slippery, you're right, yeah.
It's tough being barefoot. It's not like a boxer. Rick's leg gave out there on the mat. We're having problems with the slippage of this mat tonight.
Well, Dewey Cooper made it through the second round. I'm not sure he wants to answer the bell for round 3. He's not scoring any points. Rick Rufus making short work of Dewey, and now there are ring officials over in Dewey Cooper's corner.
Can you finish?
I'll look at him very carefully so he can continue.
Go inside and box with him. Don't let him stay on the outside no more. He ain't got nothing to hand. You can't handle.
Okay, Duke, why don't you walk us through this replay? Your brother on the left.
Good block there. Dewey losing his balance. It shows you when those legs start going, you're going to start falling down. Good lead uppercut. Here comes the left high kick. Good left hand follow up, just missed it. Dewey clinching up to make sure he doesn't catch any more shots. And then bringing the knee back off of Dewey.
Look this, let's go.
Duke, what can Dewey do this last round, if anything, to turn this around?
I think he needs to bridge the gap, get right inside and not give the low kicks up. Don't stay on the outside. He was training with Roger Mayweather. I haven't seen that improve his boxing. He's not let the boxing go. He's just trying to survive right now, but he needs to let the bombs go. He's got to know that he's down and he's got to let the shots go.
Dewey Cooper
It's bothering him bad. I mean, he's not even able to punch anymore. Look at this.
Let me put another spin on it. Cooper has always been his biggest PR representative. He is earning points with the fans, with the crowd here, just being able to respond to the bell. He can't lose. You know, he's lost the fight. He can't lose anything else.
Absolutely. I mean, he's gone the distance with some good fighters. He's gone the distance with myself, Don Wilson. He's starting to storm back.
Yeah, but he's never been knocked out by Rick Rufus before.
No.
And a lot of people have, and some of them were never quite the same as fighters after that.
No, and I'm definitely saying that Dewey's shown a lot of heart, and he's brought his stock up by doing as good as he's doing in this fight.
Showing
He's
a lot of courage.
Yeah, he'll be back. I mean, that's the thing about people don't understand about these K-1 tournaments. The guys are fighting the more experienced guys. They got to learn along the way, so they're going to take their bumps and learn from them. That's the tough thing about this tournament fighting.
So what do you think about McDonald and your brother going at each other?
Well, I think it's interesting. Rick knocked him out in 1994 cold, and I think that's one thing that's going to be in the back of Mike's mind. We got one fight in between this one, so Rick's able to catch him some rest. Nice little hook kick. A little trick kick there. Again, I think Rick's just hanging on for the victory, going for the back fist. But again, Dewey upped his stock.
Your brother's like in training mode right now for the final.
Absolutely. This is going to be an interesting finals. Mike looks sharp tonight. Rick looks sharp. This is going to be a tough fight to call, honestly. It's a nail-biter. That's what K-1's all about, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's what's building K-1 here in America. Dewey's showing courage, but here he comes. He's got to want it. He could get it if he wants it. People, there's no lucky punches in the fight game. There's no such thing as a lucky punch. You try and hit a man, and you hit him, and you win. You just got to let him go.
Your brother's not being as active as he could. Is that out of respect to what Cooper's shown already, or just to stay out of harm's way?
He's just staying. He's got the victory. Why not coast? That's something that you saw Maurice Smith do in the U.S. tournament last year. There he is, just jabbing, keeping his distance. Bang, good left hand right on top. See, he's just playing with him. Good left hand again. There you're seeing Rick's fight skills. That's what made him a WBC Intercontinental champion when he was boxing.
So a hug of respect between these two fighters. As we mentioned, Dewey Cooper, his stock is rising in his first night of K-1 activity. Rick Rufus, very sharp, maybe two perfect opponents for him as he moves into the final.
Hey man, you're the master. You're the master. It's fucked up.
Here's Rick, nice lead left hook, nice left hand, good pullback. That was a nice defensive tactic, pulled his chin out of the way. Here we're gonna take another look at the replay again. Same thing, another look coming at us. Inside kick to set it up. Rick just kind of shaking, baking, a little faking. A la Roy Jones almost. Oh, beautiful swing kick off the front leg. Just picking out all the martial arts kicks tonight.
Like he was just showing what he could do, wasn't trying to really hit him too hard with it, just showing some flexibility. And
all right, I think we're ready for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Mirage of Las Vegas, we go to the K-1 scorecards of the judges. Dave Moretti has it 30-26.5. Jeff Mullen has it 30-27. Same score from Cecil Peoples, 30-27. All for the winner by unanimous decision. Now going on to the final match, Rick the Jet Rufus.
No surprise there. They seem to have made up, maybe to meet later on.
That's K-1. We all talk tough in the beginning, but at the end we all like each other. You know, you gotta. It's not the toughest thing about K-1. All these guys are great sportsmen, great gentlemen, and you gotta just come out there and put your game face on.
All right, well, Duke Rufus, congratulations to your family. Thanks for sitting in with us. Maybe come back in the final, watch your brother. It's a semifinal win for Rick the Jet Rufus over Dewey Cooper. He's into the final against Michael McDonald.
It's K-1 Super Fight time, making his entrance to the blue corner, Danny Steele.
Listen, you're in a privileged position to learn a thing or two. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
Entering to the red corner, Melkor Menor.
Chain to your chain, Sprinter, Motorola, no service out of your range. You're out of your brains, thinking I'ma shout out your name. You gotta come up with better ways and actions to get your aim. All that pressure you applying, it's time to ease off. Before I hit you from the blind side, taking your sleeves off. As much as squeeze off, still hard to please off. Don't be lying, bitches, you try to suck it up as a loss. Cause your axe is right, your whole label is right. Matter of fact, hold that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this next contest will take on ISKA champion George Sitsui on August 17th in the K-1 tournament to be held here in Las Vegas at the Bellagio Hotel. And now from the Mirage of Las Vegas, a professional super fight, 5 3-minute rounds with K-1 rules. This is in the light welterweight division. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Cecil Peoples. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing yellow trimmed with blue letters and weighing in at 142 pounds. He comes to us from Van Nuys, California, with an outstanding record consisting of 60 victories, 45 KOs, only 6 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, 5-time world champion, Danny Hard as Steel. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white and weighing in at 139 pounds. From San Diego, California, his record stands at 27 victories, including 15 knockouts with 7 defeats. He is a two-time world champion, Melkor, Mr. Menor.
Gentlemen, I want a good clean fight. I want you to keep your hands up and protect yourself at all times. No hitting a down opponent. There will be no elbows in this fight. Any question? Any questions here? Any questions here? Let's dance.
You right?
And a hug of appreciation before we start between Melkor Menor and the white trunks and Danny Steele, light welterweight. K-1 rules in effect here tonight at Mirage Hotel, the brand new event center. Beautiful facility they have here. Danny Steele, no stranger to our coverage over the years. We've watched those legs pummel a number of opponents.
The winner of this bout will face ISKA World Champ George Tsutsui in the ring here later this year at the Bellagio. And one of the best fights, Lon, I think we've seen in the last 10 years was the Danny Steele-George Tsutsui fight back in 1995.
Well, when Danny's on his game, he is so much fun to watch. Early in his career and even later in his career, I think he went away from it, but he just had those leg kicks that just destroyed opponents like that.
He's only 32, but he's one of the most experienced fighters in the sport. 60 wins, 6 losses, 45 knockouts. That is quite a record for Danny Steele.
And also, you know, he's beginning to fight guys who watched him fight early on. People who considered Danny Steele a hero, wanted to fight like him. Well, Menor right here. Watched Danny for so many years. 5 years as junior. It's no doubt he's watched a lot of his career and admired what he does, and now in the ring with him.
Fighters close in weight. Steele at 142, Menor at 139.
Such compact power from both of these fighters. I mean, that leg kick landed full force on the left leg of Menor, and he acted like it never touched him.
Steele's beginning to work inside now with his hands. Very accurate. Good kick by Menor. That will not be a knockdown. Good call by Cecil Peoples. All it did was disrupt his balance. The force of the blow didn't knock him off his feet.
Danny Steele switched to southpaw just for a second. There he goes again, depending on which way Menor goes.
Both fighters noted in their pre-fight interviews that they switch stances frequently, depending on what techniques they plan to throw next.
Good kick from Danny. Almost took out Menor. He was able to hang on. Menor was off balance from the start.
Steele at his best when he's coming forward. Mixes punches and kicks very well. He can go up top with those roundhouse kicks as well as to the leg.
An excellent and entertaining first round between Danny Steele and Melkor Menor here in Las Vegas. Very active between these two men who seem to be evenly matched. The telling tale will come, I think, in a couple of rounds to find out which of those kicks was more effective.
Well, Steele got off to a good start in round one. Some very sharp punches. This right hand coming over top tagged Menor, but you see how durable Menor is. Came right back with his own left hook and backed Steele off.
I think Danny's got the advantage when it comes to the kicks.
There's nobody in the light welterweight divisions that kicks as hard as Danny Steele. Not since Pete Cunningham retired have we seen anybody inflict the kind of punishment with leg kicks that Danny Steele can.
Round two. Danny Steele in the yellow trunks, Melchior Menor in the white.
Typically, Steele will begin to leg kick more in the middle rounds of a bout. We may see him start to pick it up here. Menor has used those straight front kicks to the body very well in the first round, and here early in the second, probably designed to keep Steele from setting up for leg kicks. Good right hand counter to the body by Steele off that front kick of Menor.
You can just see him put his entire body into those roundhouse punches. Menor brushing them off, but I have to believe they're going to have an effect sooner or later.
Well, they're going to take their toll. Steele's got 45 knockouts, but most of those knockouts have been wear you down, make you quit, TKO you in the last half of the fight type knockouts. Seldom takes somebody out with one punch or one kick.
Redness now showing on that left leg of Menor, just above the knee on the side.
Also a little redness on Steele's left leg.
Yeah, he felt that one.
Yeah, good leg kick by Menor.
Danny going with the left leg now.
Steele again beating Menor to the punch, but taking one in return. Very clever by Menor, those front kicks. They're just designed to make Steele have to brush them off and keep him from setting up for the leg kicks.
Oh, good knee strike from Menor. Not a lot behind it, but it landed.
Menor staying very busy. Nothing heavy, but working those leg kicks to Steele's left leg. Big welt now on the outside of Steele's left leg. Menor staying light on his feet. See, those front kicks disrupt Steele's setup. Very good tactic he's used throughout this bout.
Danny leaving that breadbasket wide open for those straight kicks from Menor. Only a man in superb condition is going to allow that to happen.
Both these guys in good shape. 5 3-minute rounds under these kind of rules are no picnic, believe me. Both of these guys aren't even breathing heavy, though.
A good left from Menor. Up to the top of the head, they tap gloves. Very entertaining second round here at the
That's a big can. That's a really big can.
Wrestle with this. The biggest name in beer is Sapporo, the one beer truly brewed in Japan. Discover the biggest taste in beer. Pour a Sapporo.
You know, just gotta keep going for the next 3 rounds. Bang, 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 kick, bang, bang, kick. Do a combo, finish with a kick. You got jab, jab, and then swoop away. Bang, bang, kick. Bang, bang, kick. Okay? Okay? You won the first 2 rounds, okay? Beautiful. Don't get lazy.
action from round 2.
Okay, the front kick. Menor is keeping Steele off balance with it, and you see it paid off there after Steele's miss with the right hand. He stuck him with that left. Good round for Menor in that second round. Very close fight at this point. Between rounds, sorry, Longo.
Third round, is all I was going to say. It's been very even so far.
Between rounds, Menor's corner admonishing him to keep peppering, three technique combinations. They were saying punch, punch, kick. I don't know about that. I think the kick, punch, punch is what is working better for Menor.
5 punch combination. 5.
Danny eating some leather.
5, Danny, 5.
Something's got to give. Both of these fighters have taken. Both of these fighters have given. Very even so far. This fight might turn quickly with just one punch or one kick.
Now, both of these fighters, despite their size, are only about 140 pounds. They pack a lot of power into a small package. And you're right, a single punch or kick could change the outcome of this fight.
1 minute, Danny.
He's either got to throw some knee strikes or let him go when he's got his hands behind his head like that. And he cannot pull the head down into the knee. If I was Minor, I'd go back to the front kick. He's going to get set up for some leg kicks here. Just like that.
Minor is starting to shy away now from the kicks. Yanking that leg away.
Yeah, he's getting hit with the leg kicks. He needs to go back to the front kicks to the body. Keep Steele away from him.
Oh, big left from Danny Steele. After covering up from the knee strikes, he opened up all the way and came with a big roundhouse.
This is a very good round for Danny Steele. Minor's trying to shake it off, but he's taken 2 or 3 heavy punches and hard kicks to the legs. He's taken more punishment already in this round than he has the whole rest of the fight.
Cut the ring off. Cut the ring off. One line.
Steele no longer afraid of Minor at all. He's just waiting in.
Woo. Who needs the fireworks? They're right here inside the square. Great round for Danny Steele.
Don't let him back in. You hear me?
Don't let him back in.
All right? Don't let him back in. Once you're around, a big round for you. This corner knows
My hands are good?
Yes, your hands are beautiful. Guess what? I want the same hands. The same hands, all right? Danny,
You're doing the right thing.
you know you got this round.
Did he say my hair is good?
Just right. Fine hands. You hear me? But one combination, so bang, bang, bang. I want the 3s and 4s.
His hair look good.
Go.
3s and 4s.
Uppercut punch. Works you. I got it with it. A couple times. Big round.
Bring it down. Try to leave it in the head again.
All right? All right? Danny!
Round 4, Danny Steele and Melchior Minor. Minor in the white, Danny Steele coming off his best round of the fight.
Danny Steele's got 2 great cornermen over there, and Dave Crapes and Pete Cunningham both giving him advice. And I noticed, Lon, I wonder when Danny Steele's going to start breathing hard. We are in the 4th round here. Same with Melchior Minor. What fantastic condition these 2 fighters are in.
Stay on that leg, Danny. Stay on that leg.
Hang on.
A jumping roundhouse kick by Minor. No clue why he decided to throw it, but Steele half got hit and half bailed out.
Oh, Danny goes up top twice in a row.
Double hook, Danny. Double hook.
Danny setting up the kick, I think. It's going back to the legs.
Minor trying to slip in some sneaky knees, not quite in there though. Steele's like he's smart.
Got him on that nerve.
Front kick, good front kick by Minor. He's going back to that, keeping Steele off balance. Takes another leg kick. Steele's looking for hand techniques now. He's right, latter half of the round, Minor starts to drop his hands.
Good combo from Minor. I think he's hurt Steele in the past with those knee strikes because Danny's been very quick to cover up.
Minor is very good at the knee strikes. And of course, there's no padding on that knee. It's bone against whatever it hits. And even if it hits you on the arms, it pulls a little away from your punching power. Whoa!
Nice move from Danny. That was defensive.
Yes, he missed the roundhouse kick and knew he better stick something in between himself and Minor. Punches by Steele. Minor has landed a lot of punches in this fight. He just doesn't have the...
He can't match him.
No, he doesn't have the power behind him that Steele's got behind his.
But you're right, Maynard has gone away from that straight leg kick. That was keeping Steele away.
Yeah, he needs to go back to it.
Another good round for Danny Steele. Not perhaps so much for what he did, but for a lack of activity from Melchior Maynor. Pretty quiet in that fourth.
Nice little mistakes. Okay, come on, Mel. Last 3 minutes. Good job. Fight, baby. Fight, man.
Nice round, Mel.
He's got one hit. All he wants is one. You gotta good.
Round 4 action.
Now this is the mark of a guy who has had 70 fights. He knows he better throw a kick when he missed with that roundhouse. Minor is too good of a fighter to let that opportunity pass. Good move by Steele. Stuck that spinning kick out there. Minor had to bail. Minor showing a little fatigue. Steele showing none at all.
The 5th and final round of this light welterweight K-1 rules battle. Danny Steele and the yellow trunks Melchior Maynor put on a terrific show for the Mirage crowd tonight.
This has been an excellent fight. Steele is going to try to knock him out in this round. Danny doesn't like winning by decision.
I don't think he wants to give it to the judges either. It may be closer than we think.
You're right, Lon. I'm talking like Steele's got this fight won, but that may not be an accurate assessment at all. Melchior Maynor has fought a very good fight.
Danny's been better later, but Melchior was good early.
But either way, Steele's going to try to knock him out.
Well, you're right about that. That's bottom line there, babe. Good activity from Maynor.
Steele's going to wait for the last minute of the round, and then he's going to pour it on. I don't think he can take Maynor out. Minor's too good of a fighter. He also knows Steele's style.
The 3rd round could be the turning point right now. That was the best round of the fight for Danny Steele. May have gotten an extra point for Maynor in that one.
Steele still looking to land the big right hand or the big right roundhouse kick.
Oh, that's big. That was big. And Maynor's right there. He was right there, did not miss a beat.
No, he didn't. And you notice how Maynor ducked his head when he saw it coming, so he took it up high on the top of the head. Much less damage that way.
Melchior Maynor made limp tomorrow, but he's standing tall tonight in the final round against Danny Steele.
Come on, kick it to him now. Kick it to him. 30 seconds.
Again, the looping right by Steele. Maynor shakes it off. Steele's corner telling him he's only got 30 seconds. Coming to the end of the round.
And that is it. What a fight.
Great fight. No knockout, but a great fight.
Great action in round number 5.
So it's right near the end of the round. You see Steele giving it everything he's got with the right hand. He comes back with the left. All I want is a knockout, but I just can't quite get it. But I'll finish strong anyway. Spinning back fist, a last-ditch effort by Danny Steele to win with a knockout. Just couldn't quite make it. Now he's hoping he's won a decision.
It's in the judge's hands.
Just a great back and forth fight the whole way. Tremendous battle. Got to hand it to Melchior Minor too. Danny Steele, a very intimidating fighter.
Sir.
Mr. Dillard and
I know. Awesome fight. Awesome. Wonderful. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Mirage, our super fight was a close one, and we have a split decision. Jeff Mullen scores the contest 48.5 to 47. He scores it for Danny Steele. Glenn Trowbridge scores the contest 49 to 47.5. He has it for Melchior Minor. And Dave Moretti scores the contest 48.5 to 48 to the winner by split decision, Melchior Mr. Minor.
Not a popular decision with the crowd here, but by a half point, Melchior Minor is the winner and will meet George Titsui after his victory over Danny Steele tonight in Las Vegas.
Well, a surprise on that decision.
Century Martial Arts Supply, Mr. Michael Dillard, and the Executive Director of the Martial Arts Industry Association, Mr. Frank Silverman. Thank you, Michael Dillard. Thank you, Frank Silverman. And once again, a round of applause for both fighters. This was a close super fight. Let's hear it for both of these young men. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone from the K-1 World Grand Prix organization around the world and the Mirage Hotel here in Las Vegas, we'd like to thank everyone tonight. Once again, the K-1 tournament here in Las Vegas was a sellout. You're the best fans in the world. We thank you very much here at the Mirage. Give yourselves a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final championship match this evening. Who will be the last man standing? Ladies and gentlemen, from the Mirage of Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble! making his entrance to the blue corner, finalist Rick Rufus.
It has been a very methodical road to the final for Rick Rufus, getting by Kurt Hasley in the quarters and then taking out Dewey Cooper in the semifinal. It seemed like Cooper overmatched the whole way. Rick Rufus showing his class, working it, getting the points. He hurt Dewey with a number of kicks. Dewey Cooper having trouble to continue, but Rick Rufus with a unanimous win into the finals.
And now making his entrance to the red corner, Michael McDonald.
After a TKO win in the quarters over Denatali, Michael McDonald dominated Jeff Ford in the semi until Ford rolled his ankle, giving the win to Michael McDonald, putting him in the finals.
Yeah, I was going to, but we roam cellular phones. Stop that. Back in the flesh, blood and bones, soaking cold. Skin bang nose and homegrown. Suckers burn like turbo and nose on. Wherever you grab the bull, moonwalk, platoon hawk. My crew was brought with you in the blue, the blue law. True, we nines in the club with my suit. We nine in the club, but we nine on the balls. Haters don't touch when it's smoke up. Now my name was doped up. Got the camera hooked up. All channels, lift my shirt, all mammal. Ship on keys and you shit man. All on shotgun, man on the bar. Sitting on the floor, smoking on the floor.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mirage in Las Vegas, this is the final and championship match of this K-1 World Grand Prix tournament here in Las Vegas. It is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and the chairman is Dr. Luther Mack. Commissioners, Dr. Tony Alavo, Skip Avancino, John Bailey, and Dr. Flip Homansky. Executive Director Mark Ratner. Our physicians in attendance at ringside tonight are Dr. Al Capana, Dr. Jeff Davidson, and Dr. David Watson. Timekeeper and counting for the knockdown seconds, the chore goes to Jane Broadfoot and James Cavan. The three judges at ringside scoring this contest, if it goes to a decision, will be Dalby Shirley, Al Wickers, and Ray Bailowitz. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, John Shorley. And now, K-1 rules apply. 3 3-minute rounds. Who will be the last man standing? This is the final championship match. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, white, and blue. His weight, 214 pounds. He comes to us from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with a record consisting of 55 victories, 38 by knockout, with 5 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the return of the 6-time world champion here in the final, Rick the Jet Rufus. Across the ring the red corner, wearing the gold and black, and weighing in at 216 pounds. From Vancouver, British Columbia, he brings a record consisting of 36 victories with 13 knockouts to his credit against 9 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the WKKC World Champion finalist, Michael McDonald.
Okay, guys, this is for the K-1 final. Obey my commands at all times and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now. Come on, fighting the bow. Good luck. Give me a clean fight.
And we are ready for the K-1 USA Championship final. Michael McDonald in the gold and the black trunks. Rick Rufus back from retirement. 2 years out of the kickboxing ring almost in the white trunks. Each man has looked very strong, very proficient through the quarters and the semis. This was a matchup everybody wanted here at the Mirage Event Center tonight.
I think most of the smart money predicted it would be these two in the ring at the end of this thing. USA Championships, actually a entire North American Championships. McDonald from Canada, Rufus from Milwaukee. Neither of these fighters took very much punishment in their first 2 fights. They should be very fresh, got all their weapons.
34-year-old Rick Rufus, 27-year-old Michael McDonald. McDonald, an up-and-coming star from K-1. Rick Rufus fought in the very first. 37-year-old Michael McDonald, not 27, but Rick Rufus fought in the very first K-1 USA event. McDonald has fought very well in all of his K-1 fights the last couple of years. He's matured as a fighter.
Usually at this point in K-1 tournaments, we can tell which fighter is on. When it gets to the finals, which fighter might be off a little bit. But Lon, both these guys have been so on tonight. It is anybody's guess how this final match will go.
Very fresh. Both of these men very fresh.
Axe kick attempt by Rufus. McDonald almost countered it by grabbing the leg. Those axe kicks, they come straight down. They're very good. It's a very good tactic to open a cut over an opponent's eye, which early in a fight, of course, could result in the fight being stopped.
Rick Rufus scheduled to be on this K-1 card, but as a super fight, till his brother, Duke Rufus, hurt his ankle, had to drop out, and the brother stepped in and now finds himself in the final.
Oh, fake kick by Rufus, tried to follow up with a left. McDonald had none of it. Neither fighter has landed with any real authority in this round, mostly just feeling each other out. Both fighters very respectful of the other's knockout power.
Into round number 1, and the respect shown by each man of their opponent, very evident there. Neither willing really to open up. But a lot of information was exchanged silently during those opening 3 minutes.
And be first stop that. And just strike the score. Every time you score, you shoot, I'm gonna yell, Roy, okay? Okay? Strike the score. Don't worry about trying to knock him out. Strike the score. Be busy in him. Okay? Go for it. You got it once. Good twice. Use your speed. He's not faster than you. Keep your hands up, Michael. Okay? Keep your hands up. Okay, you ready? All right.
McDonald getting instructions from Maurice Smith, a great fighter in his own right.
Right hand active. Active right hand. This round scare him. Scare him. Not go back. This one. This round.
Master Toddy from Las Vegas giving advice to Rick Rufus. Both fighters well coached, well trained.
The tension's going to build with every round.
McDonald being told between rounds, don't try to knock him out. Just keep sticking stuff out there.
Have not seen any evidence of a fighter trying to lay the groundwork to take out the front leg of the opponent.
No, not in this fight we haven't. There's a leg kick by McDonald, but both fighters have seemed more intent on a variety of attacks, using hands, kicks to the midsection.
Don't let him come in.
Part of that, of course, is the fact that Rufus is fighting southpaw and McDonald is fighting left-handed, so back leg roundhouse kicks have a long way to go to reach the other opponent's outside leg.
Rufus also, even though he was not fighting kickboxing, he was boxing. Welterweight. Had a lot of fights there, so he hasn't been inactive.
Good exchange. Rufus going to the body a little bit.
Fake low and then go high with that kick.
Halfway through the second round, again, neither fighter has landed substantially on the other. Both of them have done some damage, but nothing that's a fight-changing blow.
I saw McDonald just stagger the very slightest bit after a leg kick by Rufus. I don't know if he lost his footing or actually was really flinching from the kick.
Both fighters at around 215 pounds.
Low kick from McDonald. Rufus is going to get all the time he needs. McDonald was just out of position to throw that kick.
Rufus not concentrating on low kicks in this fight. And if I had to pick the better leg kicker of the two, it would be McDonald, more experienced in that style of fighting. Rufus, 2/3 of his career have been without leg kicks. Oh, good left hand by Rufus.
No knockdown. A great block before that of a kick from Michael McDonald. Great defense shown by Rick Rufus. But again, a very steady, very methodical, almost quiet second round.
We're going into the last round of this fight. Somebody's going to have to do something. I know Rick Rufus, and he's not going to lay back. He's going to give it everything. If I had to pick somebody most likely to knock the other out, it would be Rufus knocking McDonald out. But that doesn't mean anything. McDonald is a fabulous fighter.
Here's that activity late in the second round that was not called a knockdown. That left missed.
He missed with the punch. It was a good call by John Shorley. Just from the other angle. Oh, and had he not missed, who knows what would have happened. Rick Rufus has about a 70% knockout rate in his bouts. Most of those coming, surprisingly, with kicks to the head. Although, as we said, with his boxing career the last 2 years, he's gained substantial power in his hands.
One more round left in regulation. They've got the option to give it a round of overtime. But right now, Michael McDonald looks like he wants no part of overtime. McDonald in the gold and black trunks. Rick Rufus in the red, white, and blue. Plenty of feeling out has happened over the first 2 rounds.
Oh, 2 good body kicks by Rufus and a good head kick by McDonald. Some of the best blows of the fight here early in round 3.
Each fighter seems to have made up his mind. Let's let one round decide it all. Here we are in that third and final round.
Neither fighter confident he can break through the defense of the other. But they know this is the last round. It's all right here. They're both looking for the shot. It'll only take one good one to end in a knockout or to sway the judges.
Do you think Rufus has the power to knock out McDonald?
Rufus can knock out anyone. He's got that kind of power in his hands. But can he land that kind of shot on McDonald with McDonald's almost impenetrable defense? I think I would bet against it.
Rufus is hiding that left leg now. McDonald hurt him with a left leg kick.
It's so late now, though. I think both fighters aren't counting on leg kicks. They should forget that. They need to do substantial damage, visible damage up top to sway the judges.
Final minute of the third round. Oh, good punch by McDonald.
This could be a draw if we don't see more in the rest of this round. If I were Rufus, I would be wading in with my hand skills.
He's hurting on that left leg, though.
You're right, he's stiff on that leg. He's got his weight on his right leg instead.
McDonald has taken a slight advantage, I think, here in the last 45 seconds. They might not think it's enough to win the fight, though. John Chorley saying, let's go, guys, let's go, 10 seconds.
Rufus's legs have taken quite a beating. You can clearly see the damage.
Well, that is the end of the third and final round. I think a lot of people think here it's going to a fourth.
Well, you've got to win by a full point. The scoring includes half points, but you cannot win by a half a point. This may very well be a draw, and we may very well see another round here.
I think Rufus was hurt, though, with a kick. He's showing signs of shying away.
We see some fatigue on the face of Rick Rufus. He's been out of the ring for a while. McDonald looks very fresh. Maybe that they both expect another round and they're regathering strength right now. Well, you hear Maurice Smith, he certainly expects it.
Putting the mouth guard in already.
So, last round action. That's McDonald's best leg kick of the fight. Just a little tapper with the left leg, but he hit just the right spot, and you could see the effect on Rufus's face.
Yeah, he's shying away. Both sides. I think Rufus is hurting on both legs. Standing a bit gingerly in his corner now. But there you see Michael McDonald up and ready, prepared for the announcement that they're going to four. We don't have that official yet.
Okay, here again, leg kick by McDonald, and you see Rufus actually drop the right hand to try to block it. When a fighter does that and he risks taking a punch up top, you know he's desperate not to get kicked on that leg.
Mike. Come on, shortstop. Come on, shortstop.
Leave the leg sticks out all the time. It's bruised.
You can work that leg.
The left leg sticks.
Rufus breathing heavy. McDonald looks like he wants to fight another round. Shadow boxing. Enormous swelling on the left leg of Rick Rufus, right on the front of the knee on the inside.
Duke Rufus now up on the apron, talking to his brother, and I think we're ready for an announcement. Come rain or shine, win or lose, maybe another round, who knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, the score totals have been added up at ringside under the rules of K-1 after 3 rounds. If the contest is even, we go to a 4th and hopefully deciding round. One more round!
It is a draw indeed after 3 rounds. We do not have a winner here at the Mirage Hotel in the K-1 Grand Prix USA Championships 2002. John Shorley now clearing out the corner. Now maybe he's going to talk to Rick Rufus if he can go on. I'm not sure that Rick Rufus can go on.
Doctor's in the ring.
It's your call, they say to Rick Rufus.
He's got to make the decision. I can tell him.
And that is ugly. And that is the reason the decision is up in the air. You see the damage to the left leg of Rick Rufus, and it's in his hands. They've said, if you can go, we're going to go. If not, nope. And already they're lifting Michael McDonald in the air. I have not heard an official decision yet, but maybe word has leaked across the canvas to McDonald's team.
Looks like that Rufus is not going to be continuing. He's sitting on his stool. Cannot stand on the leg. Enormous swelling in the front of the knee.
I know he's hurt me out there.
Well, he was definitely hurt. All right, well, I think we're ready for an official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end has come to this final match. Fighting out of the blue corner, Rick Rufus is unable to continue because of a severe injury suffered to his plant leg, his left leg. He can no longer continue. Without a doubt, we know that is the truth because he is one of the all-time greats and a 6-time world champion. The winner of this K-1 World Grand Prix Championship contest here in Las Vegas is Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald was the pick of a lot of people coming in here.
Got it. Work paid off. All right, bro. Good job, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming into the ring this time to present the victory trophy, we have the president and CEO of Sapporo Breweries, Mr. Tatsuji Iwama, and the president and founder of K-1 World Grand Prix, Master Kazuyoshi Ishii. And here to speak and present the trophy, the president of MGM Mirage International, Mr. Al Jacinto Jr.
Mr. Ishii, on behalf of the entire MGM Mirage family, we want to thank you personally for bringing K-1 to Las Vegas and the Mirage Hotel. This is our 5th bout, and we're looking forward to hosting on August 17th yet another bout at the Bellagio Hotel. Again, domo arigato.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your 2002 Las Vegas Tournament K-1 World Grand Prix Tournament champion, Michael McDonald.